Hi, my name is Adari P.T. Brown. All across America right now, we're dealing with turbulent times. How do we address these issues? How do we solve the problems that's plaguing our nation? How do we get corporate money out of our political system? How do we stop our politicians from being bought? How do we stop the two-party system from oppressing the minority parties? How do we elect someone who's not bought by corporate greed or funding that comes from anywhere? How do we stop all this? How do we change the corporate bailouts for Wall Street while Main Street is suffering daily? How do we change the thought process of Washington from short-term thinking to long-term thinking? How do we improve our educational system when we have a bill that's in place called No Child Left Behind, but has left millions, better yet, let me be realistic, has left hundreds of thousands of children behind? How do we change an educational system that is still in the 20th century thinking, and we're in the 21st century? How do we change an educational system where they're taking out music and they're taking out physical education, they're taking out social studies, they're taking out band, they're taking out everything? Where many high schools only have one counselor and the building is full of 500 or more kids. How is that possible? How can we improve our roads, our bridges, when we throwing money to other countries overseas who don't even have our best interests? Or better yet, they argue with us about helping us fight the war on terror. How do we get home from being in two wars? How do we take care of our veterans once they come home so we won't have another Vietnam? Yes, another Vietnam in terms of our veterans coming home with no jobs, with nowhere to go, no funding. How do we stop our government from constantly cutting the benefits to our military families? Yes, it's an attack on the military people. Men and women fight their lives every day, and all we're seeing is their pay and their benefits and many of the perks that they were promised being cut with sweeping legislation. How do we change this? How do we change the mindset of America? These are some of the questions that we got to ask ourselves today. I'll tell you what, it starts right here. It starts by realizing that our politicians are not ready to solve the problems if we don't hold them accountable. Our politicians won't stop the corporate greed because they're in the pockets of the corporate greed. And we, the American people, are too foolish to see it because we being thrown bits and pieces by the corporate greed in terms of the news media. Because who owns the news media? Corporations. Corporations who are linked to Wall Street. So if we are to change the way we do things right here in America right now, it starts with us realizing that enough is enough. If a politician is not willing to stand up to Wall Street, then that politician is not willing to stand for us. I'm Adari P.T. Brown, and this is my perspective.